Okay, today we are going to learn topic 5, which is the statistical data analysis. Okay, so here are some types of the statistical data analysis, which are descriptive analysis and inferential analysis. Okay, I go to the descriptive analysis first. Under descriptive analysis, maybe you want to measure for the locations. For example, you would like to know the minimum, the maximum number, the first, second, and the third quartile. Maybe you want to measure the central tendency, such as the mean, median, and mode, or the measure of dispersion. For example, like range, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation. And also, you can measure the skewness, the kurtosis. But for the inferential analysis, for example, like you want to have the normality test, you can use either Kolmogorov-Smirnov or the Shapiro-Wilk test. And for the confidence interval, you are using the one sample t-test. Bear in mind that for your syllabus, you are only cover one sample t-test, which means that you do not cover two sample t-test, and regression analysis you are not cover for this subtopic for this semester. Okay, so let's go see the descriptive analysis. There are many built-in functions in R to show the summary of descriptive statistics. Okay, so everyone, let's go to your R, open your R, okay? So statistical data analysis, first we are going to learn the descriptive analysis. Okay, first I want you to import the road data from the mass library. So you will have, you call your library mass. For example, I would like to declare my data as depth equal to road. Okay, so you run this one, road. Okay, make sure that you already import the data, then you can see the structure of the data. Okay. The road data consists of 26 number of observation with 6 variables. Okay, and then since I want to use this data, then I want to attach it. Okay, attach depth. Attach the data. Okay. The most common that people usually use in order to see a glance through a summary or summarize the data, how you would summarize the data by using the summary, okay, which R will tells you about the, for example, summary depth, and then you run. Okay, in a summary function, it will return the value like the minimum value, the first quartile, the median value, the mean, the third quartile, and the maximum value for the each of the variable inside your data. Each of the variable. Okay, summary will return you the output such as the minimum number, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, and the maximum value. Okay, you can also use the apply function that you have learned in a previous topic, how to use. Let's say that I want to compute for the mean by using the apply function. How to use it? So apply, okay, name data, name of the data is depth, okay, number 2, and then mean function, what function that we want, mean. So y2, because it is a data frame, so it always be 2, and then you run this one, and now you know that the mean for the each of the variables, okay, for example that 1000.65385. Okay, this is the mean. So the value here that you use the apply function, it is a similar to the output that which you use summary function. Like for example this one, can you see that 1000.65, something, right? And you see here that mean 1000.7. Okay, so if you want to round it to be like into 2 or 1 decimal places, of course you can use the round function. Okay, so I add here round, okay, and then comma, how many decimal places that you want. For example, like if you like to have 1 decimal places, for example. Okay, can you see? Similar, right? The mean 1000.10 and the mean we are using the apply function 1000.10. Okay, that is for the summary. It will return these 6 important value. The minimum value, the first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, and then maximum value. Okay, another, okay, that one is number 1, which is the summary function. Okay, summarize all of your data. That one is usually mostly used by the people lah. Summary function. Another function is stat dot descriptive, DESC function. This one is number 2. Okay. However, in order for you to use this function, you need to install a particular library, namely PassStat. So you need to have this one, library PassStat. Okay. For those who do not install the library PassStat, please install the library PassStat. Mine is I already installed it, so I can call the library. So if you do not yet install the library PassStat, you cannot call the library. Okay, it will return you an error warning message, right? Okay, so stat.descriptive, and in here you put your name of your data. Just now our name of data is DAT, D-A-T. But you need to have this one first, okay? Library PassStat, and then you can run for this one. Okay, so you run. Can you see this one is a stat.descriptive. This is another function, okay, in order for you to summarize your data. So now you can see that for the stat.descriptive, it will return you many output, right? Minimum, maximum, the range, the sum, the median, mean, standard error mean, confidence interval mean, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation. There are so many descriptive analysis, right? So this look very mess, right? Okay, so I want you to control for the number of decimal places to make it more clean. Okay, so copy and paste. Please round off. Okay, round into how many decimal places that you want. Let's say that I want it to be in 2 decimal places. Okay, so this is 2 decimal places. You run. Okay, now it looks better, right? With 2 decimal places instead of all the decimal points it takes, right? This one looks more clean. No mess anymore. Okay. And then the number 3 is by using the describe function. Describe function. Number 2 is the stat.descript. Number 3 is the describe function. Okay, describe what? You want to describe your data. However, in order for you, similar to the stat.desc, that's for you to use this function, describe function, you need to have another library, okay, which means that you need to install another R package, which is library. What library? Library psych, PSYCH. Okay, for you to use the describe function, you need to have library psych. Okay, and then you run. Can you see? Okay, for the describe function, it will return you the output like this. N is for the sample size, the mean, the standard deviation, median, trim, minimum, maximum, standard error, the skewness, the kurtosis, the range. Okay. So now you can see the differences between these three functions: the summary, stat.vest, and describe function. Okay, next is I would like you to compute manually mean, variance, standard deviation by using the apply function. Okay. The next objective is to compute or to display, to produce the output just like in slide number 8. This one. Okay. So class, I would like you to compute. Okay, please produce this output. So the suggestion answer would be, alright, in order for you to compute for the mean, okay, you look, please take a look at the output, study the output, what the output has. The output has the minimum number, the maximum, the mean, variance, standard deviation, the median, quartile, and skewness. Okay, so how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 important value. Okay, so the first thing is you find the mean. Mean equal to apply. You can use any function. If you do not want to use to the apply function, then you may use any function that will give the similar output, right? You just not only the apply function to compute for the mean. You can also use the mean function, okay, which means that MEAN function, this one. But for this one, I want to use the apply function. Okay, so that's to what function do you want? Mean. And then variance apply again, follow the same thing, and on the third place is the variance, VAR. Function is VAR. Okay, and then standard deviation equal to apply, also the same thing, the name of your data, standard deviation is SD. After that is a minimum value. Minimum apply, that's to mean. Okay, and then for the maximum value apply, that's to maximum, max. And then the median, what else? You have 8 right? Apply, that's to median. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 2. Quartile and skewness. Okay, quartile. Apply. That's to quantile. According for the quartile. And skewness. Okay. Skewness equal to apply. That's to skew. Okay. So what is the function of this? Okay, mean apply to compute mean. Variance to compute variance. And then this one to compute standard deviation. Standard deviation. Okay, this one to compute minimum value. This one to compute maximum value. This one, to compute median value. To compute what? To compute or to explore the quartile. To explore the quartile. Okay. Go back to your slide. Take a look at summary 3. Output for the summary pula. Okay. And then try to run all of this. Okay, you run all of this. Run. And then please recall one by one. If you want, okay? If you want, okay? Mean. Mean. Okay, so this is mean. Please study the summary 3 output. Okay. What can you observe from the summary 3? What can you observe? Please take a look at carefully. You may look at the number of decimal places. Okay, how many decimal places in the summary 3 output? Dia macam symmetry pula. Okay, it consists of 2 decimal places. Minimum, I just want to take a look. Here is maximum, here is the median. Check one by one. After you run your coding, please check. Okay. To detect. Okay. Quartile. And then skewness. Can you see? For the quartile here, okay, please take a look back at your output. Summary 3 output. Okay. Quartile here. 1265.75. How to do this? Since you get like this quartile. 1265, 75, 226.25. Okay, which one? You have 0, 25, 50, 75, and 10%. So, based on the summary 3, based on this output, it takes on the 75%. Okay, how to do this? How to take this only? How to select this only? Okay, you have learned it in a previous, okay? In a previous lesson, you have learned it. How to take for this data only, for this line only. Okay, this row only. For the 75%, how to do that? Okay, so you can have a quartile equal to, okay, selecting. This one is selecting. You have learned this, okay? You have learned this. Means that what do you want to delete? Of course, you need to delete. What you want to delete? Delete is minus. You want to delete the first row, the second row, the third row, and the fifth row, right? So, you just want the fourth row only, which is the 75%. Right. Okay, so you... Okay, then... Okay, can you see? Okay, how to put all together, just like in the output shown by the summary 3. How to do that? Okay, so you may use what keyword you use? Summary 3 equal to argbind. Okay, argbind what? You want to bind what? Just follow the output. Okay, you study the output carefully. Okay, study the output. So the minimum, first one is minimum, maximum, mean, variance, standard deviation, median, quartile, skewness. Okay, and then you run. You call your summary 3, okay, to see whether it is similar to in the slide or not. Okay, means that you need to control for the decimal places. How to control? How to remove? Okay, so round Run what? Summary 3 into how many decimal places? Into 2 decimal places. Okay, and then you run. After you run, please call. Check. Please check. Okay. Now, student, based on the output that you have produced in R, is it similar to the output shown in the slide? Similar, right? Okay, so that is for descriptive statistics.